What's poppin', and welcome back to another episode of Fletcher the Fisherman, guys. Guys, the fishing has been tough. We've had this awful cold front roll through the last like 3 or 4 days. It went from like the 70s, I'd say like mid 70s, down into like the 30s and 40s, and these fish have completely shut off. I have tried the last 2 or 3 days to try to go fishing, and just nothing has happened. Actually, yesterday I went to probably the best place I could think of to try to catch some fish, and it was just like this juicy private lake that I hadn't been to before, but I know is just incredibly good, and I got almost completely skunked. I fished for 8 hours and I got 1 bite and caught 1 fish in the last 30 minutes that I was there. So I've been just scratching my head trying to figure out what in the world I need to do to catch some fish. So I figured I'd go back to one of my little honey holes, the spot that tends to be pretty productive for me. I can at least get a bite there. I'm sure a good amount of y'all will probably be pretty familiar with this pond. I've fished it quite a bit on my channel, and I've caught some really nice fish out of there. It's just one of those ponds that just keeps on giving, and I'm sure a good amount of y'all have actually gone out there and fished it yourselves. I've seen quite a bit of y'all out there in the times that I have fished it, but it's been a few months since I've actually gone out there and fished it myself, so I'm actually pretty excited to go out there. The weather is starting to warm up just a tad bit, but it's super windy today, so I'm just gonna have to see how it goes. But without further ado, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head to the pond, and I will catch y'all when I get there. All right, guys, we have made it. Let's go ahead and hop out of the truck and grab some gear. It is windy, let me tell you guys. Hopefully this wind has got these fish acting all kinds of crazy today, wanting to bite some stuff. We have like 50-mile-per-hour winds, and I think that is definitely gonna have a good chance of getting these fish acting the way I want them to act. But we've had this cold snap, so they could be shut down. It could go either direction. Hopefully they're willing to bite though. Bringing way too many rods as usual, but let's see how many of these we actually use today. I want to start out throwing this blade bait. I think that's going to be the big ticket winner for today, but I do want to try some other stuff. If I have some success with that, I want to try a few other things, see if I can't convince these fish to bite some other stuff besides that. But this looks like a good place to get situated, so let me go ahead and put my stuff down. We're gonna go ahead and grab this blade bait and start firing away, see if we can't get a fish here in the first few minutes. Blade bait looks like this, just in case you were wondering. It's literally just a piece of metal that looks like a lipless crankbait, and you can cast it a freaking mile. You can cast this thing, I'm convinced, farther than anything else. Almost just hit a duck, but you get the point. Is that a fish or is that leaves? I think that's leaves. Or I got tangled. Yeah, I'm tangled. Let's fix that and get you back out there. I hate when there's just that one little piece of grass or something stuck on your hook that just will not come off. You just like slap it on the water a few times and it just does not want to budge. Just throws your rhythm off, man. I'm telling you. There's one. First fish. Smacked it. Oh, and it's a good one too. Oh, get off that stuff. Oh, he's stuck on some stuff. Oh, come on, come on. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. I thought I lost it for a second. Got himself hung up on some stuff. That is a really good one to start today. Probably about 3 pounds or so. He's barely hung. Let's try to flip you up. Oh, yeah. Check her out, guys. Fish number 1 on the day, right at probably about 3 pounds, and she smacked that thing right there going down the bank. She tried to hang me up on some structure that's like right over here. There's something in the water, and I felt her just go straight for it, and I just felt it get like dead tight, like she was stuck in there for good and not gonna come out. But thankfully she wiggled herself out of that situation. But that's a nice one to start today. Probably about 3 pounds. I don't know if she's quite there, but I think she's, you know, at least a high 2 at the very least. That's a pretty solid fish, guys. She's cold, man. This water's got to be pretty cold just from the way she feels right now. Definitely colder than the air. That is for sure. Oh yeah, it's a little nippy. It's a little nippy. But off she swims, guys. Good fish. Heck yeah. I'll tell you what, this blade bait never disappoints. For some reason, the fish in this pond just absolutely destroy this thing. They're just like, I don't know what it is, but this just one pond in particular, they love it. I have success with it everywhere, but you know, there's something about it in this pond that just really gets the fish going. Let's fire this puppy back down this bank line. She didn't eat like super far out, like a lot of the bites that I do get in here this time of year, but she ate a decent ways off, so I want to try kind of fishing in that range, see if there's some more. Let me go ahead and walk towards this side of the pond. I want to try this area over here off this riprap. Sometimes when the fish tend to, you know, kind of load up on this side, there's a lot of them, and I can catch a few of them really quick. So with a few casts, I should be able to have a good idea if there's some fish over there, but I'm gonna stop right here before and try up underneath this tree. Had a lot of success right here in this specific spot. No luck right here, but the wind is pushing up against this bank pretty dang good, so I like the look of that. So hopefully there's some fish over here in this area. Come on, baby. First cast. Behind me a nice one. Well, I've given this blade bait a very fair chance, had a little bit of success with it, but I think I want to try switching it up here for a minute. I brought something out here that I haven't thrown in a while, and I wanted to try it in this pond specifically because I feel like I have a good chance of actually catching something on it in here. There's a lot of bluegill this size in here that these fish eat on, and I figured this would be a perfect bait to try out here to see if I can't convince some of these larger bass to commit. And this is a little small swim bait. It's not like super big, it's probably about the size of my hand. It's definitely bigger than, like, I would say your average size bass lure, but you know, it definitely isn't a massive swim bait by any means. So I think there's a good chance that we might have some luck on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and rig it on this rod really quick, which is my little swim bait rod. I guess I should say big swim bait rod because it's by no means a small rod. But let's get this thing untangled and rigged up. Okay, we're all good to go. Just gotta get this thing dialed in on the rod, and I think we should be good. Let's give her a little test go. See how the action is. I haven't used this thing in quite some time. Oh yeah, that should do the trick. That should do the trick. Who wants to bite it? Hopefully like a 5+ pounder. About 20 cast in, no bites so far. I'll work my way this direction to where I did have that one fish. See, there's some more fish held up in this location. Well, no luck with this. Gave it a fair chance. Let's go back to the drawing board. I decided to break out the 2-tap, old reliable, see if I can't get the job done with this. Oh, good Lord. I probably need to get that reel adjusted. Did not check to see if that was good to go beforehand. Let's get that out and try it again.
This is my boy Brandon, man.
What's up, man?
Fisherman, what's going on?
How's it going, brother?
Going all right. No introduction necessary. I already know who you are.
Well, I appreciate you watching the vids, man.
Oh, you know it. Everybody I know do.
Yeah.
I just came across you.
Oh, there's one right there. Let's go. That was I literally switched back to the blade bait first cast. There we go. Little small guy, but hey, counts. Get them all in. That's the smallest one I've caught in here in a minute, to be honest. He munched it right away though, little dude. Do you do music full time, or is that like a side gig?
That's a
Size thing. My stepbrother's actually a music producer though.
Oh, really?
You know Seth in the Kitchen?
Oh,
for the baby.
that's your who?
This is my stepbrother.
Oh,
Yeah. He
crazy.
You know the song Rockstar? Yeah, he made that. He actually made that in my closet. Fun fact.
What's the largest you caught out here, Fletcher?
The biggest one I've caught out here is like 6.5.
Was it like right over here?
It was over there. But I hooked one in here that I think could have been my biggest bass ever. It was huge. It was every bit of 8-9+ pounds.
You're talking about when you were standing right here, right?
Yeah, I was literally sitting like 5 feet to your right, and I cast it diagonally out that way. That thing was ripping drag. Is that? There's no way that's a fish. If that's a fish, that's a big one, boys. That is a fish. Big one, big one, big one, big one. I didn't think it was a fish. I didn't think it was a fish. It's a big fish. Dude, this is a monster. Dude, this is a bass. This is huge. Can you see him? Bro! No! It came off! No! Bro! Dude, if that was a bass, that was A+. I'm not kidding. If that was a bass, that was A+. One thing to get the bite, another thing to get them in.
Exactly.
Have you had a lot of luck on that 2-tap out here? I'll tell you. I'm telling you, that lure is unmatched. You got one? Yes, sir. Hey, is that the 2-tap? Yep. Heck yeah. You need pliers?
Well, he need more than pliers.
Hey, is it in your hand?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Like past the barb?
Oh yeah, it's past the barb.
Not too far. Not too far.
You got pliers on you?
Yep.
Sticky situation.
If you put them back,
Just get it out.
I think we're good here.
Yeah, I think we got it out.
All right, got
cool.
that out. Let's get the fish out.
Simple right here. This should be
Ooh,
simple.
bro, you
okay.
passed the barb right there, bro.
So when the barb's in, you can either do two things. You can either use this like line method where you tie a line around it and you rip it out.
Rip it clean.
I don't know how to do that. We can watch a YouTube video though. Other option is to push it back through. Like
Snip it off
you
and
got,
pull it back.
yeah, you got to push it all the way through, clip that end off, or pinch that barb down, which is what I would recommend doing.
Oh man, that's some bullshit. Look at that. That is crazy. Oh, come on.
He was like, nah, bro, get the fish. Nah, bro, get the
Just
fish.
get the fish. Just grab it. Just grab the fish, dog.
So you're gonna want to push it through. So just, I would say like take it. I can do it for you, or you can do it yourself.
Like how? Like what you mean?
Like
Push it through the skin.
take it like this and push it back through. Can we do it?
That's okay. All right. This is
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Set. There you go.
All right.
All right, we're through. And now we're gonna pinch that barb. You got pliers?
I sure do.
All right, we're gonna try that and see if we can pull it back through. If not, we're gonna have to clip it and try. Sometimes this doesn't want to come back through all that great. That actually went down pretty good though. Try to slip it back through now. See if you can go back through without an issue. Is it snatching? You're good.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God, I thought I was about to die. I was like, it went through. I was like, this ain't good, bro. You had to cut that motherfucker. Oh my God, appreciate you, Fletcher.
Of course.
All right, well, I need a Band-Aid.
Yeah, that was a lifesaver. You came in clutch with that one. You came in clutch with that one.
Man's just trying to get some screen time on the video.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Another moment. That's some fun.
Woo. Yeah, man. Oh, look at that. I got a baby shad. Look at that.
Yo, how the...
What are the
All
odds?
right, so that's got to be the smallest, all-time smallest that you ever caught.
Probably up there. PV right here.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I just caught my PV, bro.
Oh, word?
Oh, missed it. Hey, how did that even happen?
I don't know. Dude, he nailed it, man.
Hey, he had to have all of that. He wanted all of that.
Well, that is a wrap, guys. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that one and caught a nice fish. Caught probably the world's smallest fish I've ever caught on a regular size fishing hook, I guess. I don't even know how I would go about trying to catch something like that. I'd have to use like a net or something. But regardless, guys, hopefully y'all enjoyed it. It was a fun day. But anyways, guys, as always, bassing is a passion. Peace.